Dave Refson, Gerry DiNardo, Howard Griffith. We are in Lincoln, Nebraska. Just had a chance to see the Huskers go through a practice, a chance to see Tanner Lee. This is one of the big stories in the Big Ten this offseason is Nebraska transitioning to more of a quarterback, passing-driven offense, kind of what we saw from Mike Riley at Oregon State. Tanner Lee did not disappoint. One of the big quarterback storylines in the Big Ten this year. What are some other ones that intrigue you?
I think if we stay in the West, just where we came from at Iowa, you start to look at both quarterbacks. I think both really had good days. I don't think anyone has really jumped out ahead of one another in that one. So I think that's going to be a quarterback battle that's going to continue to go probably into the season most likely. But it's important because I think ultimately if you're trying to win a championship, you've got to have outstanding quarterback play. And Iowa's built to win a championship and compete for that. So for them to be able to identify the right guy is going to be important.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they're a well-built team, and one of the biggest questions is the quarterback. I'd throw Maryland in there, different system. It's a spread attack, and a spread attack is a quarterback-based offense. If the quarterback has a bad day, you very rarely can win a game if you're in the spread. So Maryland's trying to decide who plays that position, which is a much more position than the quarterback in a pro formation. So I throw Maryland, agree with Howard on Iowa.
I thought Rutgers was pretty interesting when we were there just because of the obvious talent of the young player, Jonathan Lewis. It's a true freshman. I mean, I understand there's a lot of negatives surrounding playing a true freshman at quarterback, particularly on a team that maybe doesn't have a ton of talent around him right now, and you've got an experienced guy in Giovanni Ricchino. You have a talented transfer as well, but man, he looked really good. And do you accelerate your process of building the program to where you want to be? If you put him in there, he takes his lumps, but now he's got that experience.
And the interesting thing there is you talk about a guy like Jerry Kill running that offense. He wants to run the football. It's not a situation where he wants to throw it all over the park. He wants to be real physical at the point of attack. So that may lend itself for a young quarterback to be able to step in and play. I don't know if you want to rush him out there week one, but I think the talent that he has, it won't be long before he's on the field.
Plus, they're going to slow the game down. Remember, last year Rutgers was an up-tempo spread team, and they put their defense at risk most games. They're going to slow it down on offense, and which would help a first-time young quarterback.
Does J.T. Barrett working with Kevin Wilson interest anyone?
Sure.
Yeah?
It's all interesting.
Yeah, but it's J.T. Barrett.
Right. Oh, I know.
Kevin Wilson.
It's both J.T. Barrett and Kevin Wilson, which is why I phrased it as, does J.T. Barrett working with Kevin Wilson
working today
interest anyone?
And Ryan Day.
And Ryan
Day.
Who's the quarterback coach.
Absolutely. Yeah. Lots of intrigue on that spot. I think that's what we've determined.
Overflowing with
we will
intrigue.
continue to ponder questions like this one throughout the tour as we continue, so be sure to check in on BTN social media.